do. Now if we just have microphones. Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, all my friends. It's time for a Tuesday live. La, 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 la. I have a little square on my camera. Do you have it on the screen? No? Around my face?
No.
Okay, good.
No. I can't.
Mana, mana, dee, 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 dee. Mana, mana, dee, 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 dee.
Okay. We don't have any eyeballs yet. I'm not seeing it on Facebook.
It's not popping. Oh, we're not popping up. Pop, bum, 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 bum. Can you? Oh, yes. We have volume or we have microphones. We're on Facebook. Katie King, are you with us on YouTube? Are we there? Is everybody popping on to see what is happening with Tiffany? Oh, I love it. That's a new song, everybody. It's a new one.
You only remember next week, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's a new song. Ooh, ooh, do, 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 do. So we're just, oh, Katie's on. She says, I can hear you and see you. Double bonus. However, I'm going to talk so that you know that I'm here, but I'm realizing now as I'm dancing around in front of these lights that it's pretty warm in the studio because I had the AC set at 80. And that is not, that's a little warm to be dancing. Dancing, dancing, dancing. Hello, my friends. Are we got some eyeballs popping on there, Suze? Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Tuesday Live. Woo, woo. Got a couple of fun things to talk about today. And just going to wait a few minutes. So if you're new to Tuesday Live, this is your opportunity to ask questions. So just type a question into the feed. If you put the word question in all caps or a bunch of question mark, then Susie and Katie, who are watching the feed, will try to get those questions to me so that I can answer them for you today. So if you are new, that's what you need to do. It has been a while since we have been on. There were some rumors around, which Katie did address. Thank you, Katie, on Facebook and Instagram and such. I have not been sick. There's nothing crazy going on. There was just, Susie was traveling a lot. I was traveling for the summer. So our schedules were kind of opposite. I'm leaving town again. We're going to talk a little bit about that a little bit later, but thank you so much for your worry and your concern, but there's nothing.
You're fine indeed.
Yeah, I'm fine. I have the same little allergy thing that I always have, little allergy-induced asthma, which makes it kind of hard to breathe sometimes, but other than that, it's overrated. And it's been, you guys been hanging out with me with listening to me breathe hard for a couple of years now. So all is well and good at our end of the world. All right. How are our eyeballs looking, Susie? Should I get started?
Yeah.
Okay. So big announcement. Two big announcements, actually. And Susie's going to try to put links up as we talk about these things. First thing is that the 12 by 12 paper handler is now available in pink. So if you love pink, and who doesn't? I mean, come on now. Look at all this going on. Scrapbook.com. This is an exclusive at scrapbook.com. So it's only in 12 by 12. And it's only at scrapbook.com. And they do have it available in two different configurations. They have you can buy the single ones, or you can buy it, I think, in packs of 3. So when you look at scrapbook.com, and again, Susie will throw some links up in there, the first thing you want to do is make sure it's the pink one and not the clear one. And then you have two choices, the multi-pack, which I believe is 3, or the single in the 12 by 12 paper handler. So if you love pink and you want to add pink to your craft room, or you want to have a few special pink paper handlers, maybe they're the ones you're going to travel with, something like that, they are available right now at scrapbook.com. So that's one little interesting tidbit. And the other, which those of you who have been following along for a long time have been waiting for because it took a while to get it into the marketplace. Now, these are available at Spellbinders Paper Arts. We're going to throw up a link there as well. The A4 8.5 by 11 Scrapmaster is finally available. And these come in packs of 3. And again, Susie will throw up a link to these. We also have a link, which I saved for you, Susie, for the 6x6. I'll talk about that in a minute.
I got that.
So the A4 8.5 by 11 paper handlers, these work with Scrapmasters. They work with the A4 8.5 by 11 paper handler. They're going to fit in there. They're going to fit in your paper takers, right? So if you have the A4 8.5 by 11 paper taker, I probably have one down here that's empty, which would be a little bit easier to, right? So if you've got the paper taker, they're going to fit in that as well, right? They go sideways in the paper taker this way. So a perfect fit for, I also think they fit in the 8.5 by 11 fab file. Look at me go. It's been a while since I've done, well, I guess I could put it in there, right? It's more fun to see it in there. Right? So, and now I know the questions are going to be, how many can you put in there? It just depends on how fat they are. They come in packs of 3. There's 3 different tabs. And if you really bulk them up, then you're going to get less. And if they're thinner, you're going to get more. But you've got, 2 inches of space in there. So I could get all 3 of these, which are the ones that I have loaded here. Right. So this one is bulked up quite a bit more. So if you're using them for project management, where you have all the bits and pieces for a project in them. So I've got, wood stamps. I've got washi tape. I've got some other little dimensional things here, baker's twine, all that. So of course that's going to take up more space. So this one is just Christmas card project kit as well. So those 3 are all pretty bulky, but I can get all 3 of them into the A4 8.5 by 11 paper taker as well. And let's pull an 8.5 by 11 fab file off the shelf here and to see, now how is that possible?
It's there somewhere.
It's here somewhere. Really? Those are 12 by 12. No. How is that possible? Okay, I'm being blinded by, duh. It's just going the wrong way. So we've got 3 of them in here. I'm going to talk briefly about the other sizes as well in the Scrapmasters. So if you are unfamiliar, so this is a little bit narrower. I got all 3 in there. Just not. So yeah, you can go 8.5 by 11 fab file, 8.5 by 11, A4 8.5 by 11 paper taker, or the A4 8.5 by 11 paper handler. And for any of the brand new, and you're going to love this product if you love the other Scrapmasters, and I guess now is a good time to talk about those as well. So the Scrapmaster comes in 3 sizes. It comes in 6x6, 12 by 12, and then this new A4 8.5 by 11, which some of you have been hanging around with me for a while. We've been waiting for it, right? It's been in the works for a while. So the 6x6, and this is the Faline Buddy Bag. So same idea. This one is bulked up. Oops, I open it upside down. This one is bulked up again with lots of bits and pieces for projects. I've got the paper pad that goes with the project. If I had an embossing folder or a die or something like that, this is, of course, Stamps of Life. So you get all those wonderful bits and pieces together in your kit. This is a perfect way to store that, that whole kit of project stuff. because you can use it like a file folder. And
Carlson says now we need an 8x8.
now we need an 8x8. Hi, Barb. Now we need an 8x8. She's not wrong. And there is a possibility. Okay, so 6x6, right? Again, here it is again, bulked up with things like ink pads and paper scraps and all the things that you need. So just great ways to sort, store, organize projects as well as scraps, which is what they were originally intended for. So again, anything that's 6x6 that we make, the 6x6 paper, the 6x6 Scrap Master is going to fit. So those are available at Spellbinders as well. Right now, the only place I believe that you can get the A4 8.5 by 11 is at spellbinderspaperarts.com. And if you, I know Susie put some links up, so they're right there, but if you search Scrap Master, both of these sizes are going to pop up for you at spellbinderspaperarts.com. And then, of course, we also have the 12 by 12, which is the original Scrap Master, right? So you got all the pockets on the inside, you've got the big pockets on the outside, and then it serves as a file folder, so you can put that 12 by 12 paper in the middle as well. So the same as the 8.5 by 11 and the 6x6, they all work with our 12
by 12 also. You have it.
Yeah, 12 by 12 here. So yeah, so all three sizes are really great. And I'm sure if you are somebody who has used a Scrap Master and you're watching today, please feel free to post up in the feed what you like about it or how well it works for you, that type of thing. I mean, I can obviously tell people how great things are. Oh yeah, and if you want to win the $25 gift certificate today, then you need to comment. So make sure that throughout the our chat this morning that you have a comment. If you don't have a question, tell us where you are or how long you've been watching or what your favorite TT product is. But ask a question if you've got one. That's what we're here for. My phone has been beeping over here, which probably means that Katie is sending me some sort of information. Question: how about purple for paper handlers? Linda wants to know. Linda Nipple wants to know. You know, we did the custom pink for scrapbook.com. And I think that Crafter's Companion is reserving purple. I'm not sure. But if you reached out to customer service at Crafter's Companion or scrapbook.com and told them that you wanted purple, they might be able to make that happen for you. I will definitely put the word on the wire, but it's always better to come from customers than from me. But I love purple. I wish we could do it in all purple, pink, turquoise, and lime. Wouldn't that be fun to just have the TT colors in paper handlers? Ooh, that would be fun. Okay, what else have we got here? We have a question. What can I use for my 10.25 by 6.75 pink and main stencils? Sherry Yates. 10.25 by 6.75. I mean, obviously you could use the 8.5 by 11 pockets, but how big are the, you know, everything we make is a little bit oversized. Let me see. I just want to grab something over here real quickly. Let's see how big these are. I bet they're too short for... But these are a little bit short for that. Yeah, these are only 9 3/4. Probably your best bet is to use the 8.5 by 11 tab divider pockets, and then yeah, I think that's the best option that we've got right now. You could put 2 or 3 of them in there, but and you put multiples in there. If you look, there's some YouTube videos about stencil storage, about creating pockets for your stencils. I probably have one right here, actually. So you could do something like this with those in the bigger pocket. And all I've done, right, stencils are pretty thin. So all I've done is take a piece of paper and add a sticky note. So now I have 4 different stencils, and the paper has more than one purpose. You can see it's folded up the bottom, and then the sticky note allows me to pull it in and out of the pocket, right? So imagine if your pockets were the 8.5 by 11 instead. Now the 8.5 by 11 does come in two. It comes in a vertical and a horizontal, so you can use either one of those dimensions, whatever you're more comfortable with, and depending on how you're going to store those pockets. And then give yourself a piece of paper and a sticky note, and then so that makes it easy to pull them in and out. It also keeps them from getting hung up on each other because stencils have a tendency to get kind of bunched up. Well, once you put them in their own little pocket like this, then when you're sliding them in and out, they're not going to get hung up on each other because it's just paper against paper as opposed to stencil against stencil. So you could do something like that in that, for that size, the 10 1/4, that's I think the 8.5 by 11 is probably going to be best. Sorry, I don't have a good, really perfect solution for that.
All right, Deborah Pantner says, I'm cataloging my stencils. What type of storage could I get all of my sizes of stencils in? I have 12 by 12, 5 by 7, 8 by 8, and miscellaneous sizes. Willie would like to keep them all in one place, and I have a lot. Imagine that.
Okay, so she's asking, Deborah is asking about stencil storage, wants to keep everything in one place, has a variety of different sizes. So there are two good options. One of them is using scrap rack storage pages. Scrap rack storage pages are customizable with a heat tool, but all of those sizes she described, 6 by 6, 5 by 7, 8.5 by 11, 12 by 12, all the kind of the basic storage sizes. There are scrap rack pages available to store those sizes. Then you put them into one of our zipper notebooks and you have a notebook full of stencils. So if you want to store them notebook style, the scrap rack pocket pages are a perfect way to do that. If you, and I think I have one here. Ha. Look at me finding things after not being here for a while. Do you want to go? Let me move this out of the way, Susie. And if you want to go to overhead, I can probably. Yes, we had a little trouble with our go to overhead. Let me.
There we go.
Okay, how is that? Good? It's kind of.
Pretty good.
All right. So these are smaller stencils, right? So this is the Trader's 12 page. As you can see, 5 by 7. I skipped some sections there. I'll go back. 6 by 6. And again, with creating that little pocket, right, and the tabs allows you to pull in and out, and you can put multiple stencils in those pocket pages, right? 8.5 by 11s, and then up to the bigger sizes of 12 by 12. So, and here's these two came together, but obviously this is a smaller one. So I just put them in the same pocket together, and that works out great as well. If you want to customize your sizes, though, you can use a heat tool, right? Like the fuse tool, and you can fuse a pocket this way to hold smaller things, right? So that's kind of what I was talking about when we were talking about the 10.5 by 6.5 stencils. So you could customize your pockets. Here's a little stencil catalog in the back there. So that is one way to do that. If you want to go back to the regular camera, Suze. Hopefully that's not going on the floor. Okay, so the other thing is to do something like this. So this is, hang on, I'm going to try and pull this one off my shelf here, a little edge. So this is the Dusk-Made Die Stamp and Supply Organizer. And you can see I've got different sizes of pockets. Some more different sizes, right? So you can organize using the tab divider pockets in something like this. So this is giving you 3 levels, taller ones in the back, right? So these are 8 by 8 pockets. These are the 6 by 6 pockets, right? Stencils there. If you have the 5 by 7 pockets or the 4 by 6 pockets, or even if you're using the 9 by 4 pockets, you can stagger them into something like this, and then you're going to get all your sizes in there. And these are all cataloged by number, which is how my catalog is set up. Now I have a mix in here of embossing folders and stencils. And that's okay because they're by number, they're not by item. So when I go to my stencil catalog and I look up stencil number, or I find whatever, let's see, 415. So I find this brick stencil, it's going to take me to 415, which is right here. So mine are all in numerical order. And there's a mix of embossing folders and stencils. Doesn't really matter because they're by number, kind of like the Dewey Decimal System versus by item. But you could do one full box. Now, the beautiful thing about this is, again, you can do, that's the, oh, here we go. Grab one of these guys out of here. You can also put your 8.5 by 11 pockets in here, and it's wide enough to put 12 by 12 pockets. So if you have big 12 by 12 stencils, you can do that as well. So you're just going to stagger down the sizes so that you can see everything. You can see all your labels and tabs. So something like this works great for all different sizes of stencils. And the same thing, it's going to work great for, you know, these couple of these that are loaded with stamps. It's going to work great for all different sizes of stamps or all different sizes of embossing folders as well when you're using that cataloging system. So pockets must have, and then something like this or like the binder are going to work really good if you want to keep all of your stencils together, and or dies or stamps, and you have a variety of different sizes and shapes of them. That is how that works really great. All right, let's see.
You ready for a couple questions?
Ready.
All right, so what Tiffany bag can I use for the Altenew round inks?
Altenew round inks. What Tiffany bag can we use for Altenew round inks? So Tall Susie.
Yes.
You see that box, one shelf down from the top, it says Altenew in black down this way, almost at this end, all the way. Up, one more. Right there. I thought I had them over here in a. I have all their pens. There they are. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I love these inks. If you have not used them, I love the way the lids come off and on them because they actually screw on, which is awesome. I always make a mess on Tuesdays. Okay. So this is the Edna, could be the Merle also. So you've got a little bit of extra space in there if you want to go straight up with that. I think that probably what you're going to like the best, though, is going to be Chastity. And you will probably be able to get 6 per, at least 5, but possibly 6 per section, which means you're going to get 24 inks in the Chastity Buddy bag. I love the Chastity bag. It was designed for inks. It was designed for Tim Holtz ink, so those fit nicely in there. You've got this little finger hole at the top so you can see all of your inks, but you can pull it up and take out whatever you want really easily, but everything stays flat like it's supposed to. The Chastity Buddy bag, just looking to see if they're there in the bottom, also is going to come with 30 of these paper stickers, and that is how I put the color on the outside of my Altenew inks right there, right? So one of the nice things about Chastity is that no matter what ink pad you're using, you get those stickers, you can ink them up and put them on the edge of the ink pad, and then you're going to be able to easily see what actual color that is. So manufacturers do a good job, as best job they can, putting that color usually on the top. But when your inks are stacked up, you can't see the top, and it's not always exactly the color. So adding this little paper label that has actually been inked up makes it easy to know exactly what the color is or match the color of the ink that you want to use. So I would say the Chastity Buddy bag, probably going to be the best choice, and will hold up to, I think, 20 to 24. I only have 4, so I can't actually put 6 in there, but I'm pretty sure you could get 6 in there. So Chastity, or you could use Merle, or Edna. So this is Edna. Merle is Edna's twin sister, and she has Velcro closures at the ends, keep little things from slipping out. All right, what else we got, Suze?
Is the lowest tote in black with the paper handlers as a set still available?
I don't know. I don't know if Crafter's Companion has that on their website, or possibly scrapbook.com does a lot of bundling, so they may also have that somewhere. And occasionally those kind of bundles are on hsn.com as well. But I would say scrapbook.com, your first choice if you're in the US, crafterscompanion.com, possibly if you need it and you're in the UK.
All right, and I've got a question on how to store multiple brushes for ink.
How to store multiple brushes for ink. If you're talking about the little, let's see if I have one down here, my little stash of things. Of course I don't. If you're talking about the blending brushes, they store well in like the 8-drawer storage and supply case. Somebody, and there's a picture on the website and probably in our Facebook group, of one of these little trays that has a silicone gripper in it. And I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the person who did it. Might have been Cindy. She stood up all her brushes in that little tray and then tipped the tray upside down, which sounds weird, into, I believe it's the 5x7 paper taker. Yeah, shoot. I thought maybe I had one up here. There is a picture of it on the website or in the Facebook group, and maybe somebody who's proficient with that, Barb, could find that picture and share it. But it works really good because then she takes the tray out and sets it down and uses the brushes and then stores them in that bag. So I really like that. I also, of course, love the tool tower for anything like that. So depending on whether or not you want to travel with it or you're just keeping it at home on your desk, either the tool tower for desktop storage or getting one of those little trays and putting your brushes in it for travel storage works really, really well. It may also work well to put it in the, if you've got a hang and hold, they may store really nicely in the one of the hang and hold baskets, again, depending on how many of you have. But the hang and holds have divider sections in them. So that would also be a good, if you're keeping it desk side, I would say one of those 3 options is going to be great for accessibility. What else you got, Suze?
I think I'm good on this.
Okay, I've got something here from Katie. Let's see what she's got to say here. Using your organization, this is a comment from Kathy Kellogg. Using your organization ideas mostly from horizontal to vertical was a game changer. I also have all my dies and stamps on my computer with pictures. Such a tremendous help. Now I just need to buy some time. Thanks a million, says Kathy Kellogg. Hey, I'm going to tell you what, Kathy. Thank you for using the system. Thanks for sharing your responses to it. And you probably have purchased yourself a bunch of time. You invested that time in getting organized. Now it's going to be faster and easier to find all your stuff. So you may have purchased yourself a little extra time just by spending time to get organized. Thank you for sharing that. Tina Fetterman says, how to store multiple brushes for inks. Okay, we just got that. All right, my friends. So I'm just going to, again, share with you the 8.5 by A4, 8.5 by 11 Scrapmaster is now available. They're available in sets of 3, and they are at spellbinderspaperarts.com. Maybe Susie could throw up another link. Katie might be throwing up links too. And they work with all of our other A4, 8.5 by 11 organization products. Don't miss out. Also, if you haven't used the 12 by 12 or the 6 by 6, now Spellbinders has the 8.5 by 11 and the 6 by 6 Scrapmaster. Scrapbook.com has the 12 by 12 Scrapmaster. So if you're looking for those are the 2 places right now where you can find them. Stamps of Life, I'm sure probably also has the 6 by 6. So, but between those 3 websites, you should be able to find exactly what you need. And then if you like the pink paper handler, the new pink paper handler, that is only available at scrapbook.com. Okay, so On a personal note, we are moving for a year. So this is probably the last Tuesday live because we will be doing America's Great Loop, which is a boat trip all the way around essentially the east side of Florida, all the way up the East Coast, across the Great Lakes, down the river system, and back around the west side of Florida. We're leaving on that trip on October 10th. So I will still be around. I will still be doing things, but I won't be in this studio to be able to do Tuesday Live. For those of you who follow me already at Life in the Wick on Instagram or Facebook, I will be sharing where we're going and what we're doing there. I'm really looking forward to kind of a new organization adventure as I take all of these Totally Tiffany products onto the boat with me to see how I can sort, store, organize all of the things on the boat. So for the next 12 months, that is where we will be. So I will be popping up from time to time. I'm still working on new projects and new products. So you will be seeing some launches of new products and new projects. It'll just be a little bit different format. And you might have to think, how am I going to apply this now to my boat, my RV, my home? Even if you are someone who likes to camp and you camp out of your car with totes full of supplies, you may find that Totally Tiffany products work great in there as well. So if there aren't any more. Oh, Susie's got a question.
Got a question. Let me find it now. Terry Wiegand.
Hi, Terry.
Asking again, will these new Scrap Masters be available on scrap.com or somewhere else soon?
Scrapbook.com will have them. But I think that's where the only two places you're going to find them. I don't think they're going to be on the Crafters Companion website. So spellbinderspaperarts.com and scrapbook.com. And if you're not on the email list for Spellbinders, Paper Arts, or scrapbook.com, they always do a big, email blast that says, hey, we have this new project, a new product. So definitely you want to sign up for those because they are kind of the premier retailers. And then, of course, the Stamps of Life, my good friend Stephanie Bernard, she also carries a big variety of the Totally Tiffany products. She tries to keep the shipping down on stuff, so she tries to keep things a little bit smaller than kind of our bigger items, but she has a huge selection, especially when it comes to like the 6x6s, because that's kind of their the size that they work in, or the slimline, that type of thing. So yeah, I would definitely get on the email list for spellbinderspaperarts.com, scrapbook.com, and the Stamps of Life, and they will let you know. So I think that's it for questions. If anything pops up here in the next second, but we will be pulling a winner. So if you haven't got your name in as a winner, I do have a thing popping up here from Katie saying, tell me about the pockets on that Scrapmaster. So there are 3 pockets, 1, 2, 3 on the inside. These 2 have they'll gusset out to almost an inch. They do have the locking tabs so that if you have stuff floating around in there, you're going to be able to lock that tab down. The outside pockets, right, are just open / pockets. People say to me, why don't you put these kind of pockets on the outside as well? I do not. I try to avoid doing that with almost everything because when you slide things together or up and down, into your paper handler or into your paper taker, if we had all those flaps, then everything would get hung up on each other. So look for the smooth outside, but the gusseted pockets on the inside. And again, if you're not popping these pockets all the way out, you've got this almost inch of space in the middle, and that is going to allow you to store paper. So for this in this example, right, this is all pink and red scraps. If I had just pink and red paper, I could store the paper in the middle here like a file. And when I opened it up, I would have my paper in those color groups or themes and my scraps all together. So it works really well for organizing, again, keeping things together that you're going to use together. And again, a perfect fit in the paper, the A4 8.5 by 11 paper handler, the A4 8.5 by 11 paper taker, or the A4 8.5 by 11 fab file, and then of course the 12 by 12 Scrap Masters fit perfectly into the 12 by 12 paper handler. Again, pink.
Just wants to know if she can house sit.
Do you want to come and house sit? We need somebody to hang out in the house. I actually will be home from the boat trip, I think once a quarter. So depending on what Susie has going on in her world, we may be popping in for a Tuesday live once a quarter or twice a quarter, depending on how many weeks I'm here in Arizona. But definitely you'll be seeing me popping around. So it's not a bad place to house sit, though. I mean, some people don't like it here in the summer. The summer is my favorite time, but most people abandon ship in the summer because it's too hot, but I really like it. Is Petey going? Yes, Petey is going on the trip. Like the boat that we are choosing is designed around the needs of the dogs. For those of you who don't know who Petey is, it's my husband's little dachshund. It's his best friend in the whole world. And everything which Susie can attest to is all about Petey in our house. It's all about Petey, as it should be. Susie also a dog lover. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for joining me today. I will try to pop in as I have other big news. Oh, winner, chicken dinner. Let's see who we got popping up in the winter thing. Oh, also someone asked about this. This is the 9x4 toolbox with the 9x4. So this is designed around slimline. I think this is available at Stephanie's site, The Stamps of Life. It's also, I didn't even really show this. I was talking more about, but if you've got Cricut cartridges, booklets, overlays that you're still trying to store, you will love it for consolidating, right? You could probably get 6 or 9. It seems weird, right? 6 or 9. I don't know. I'm thinking in threes, but you could probably get somewhere. I only have 3 and it fills up less than half. So maybe 6 or 8 into of those little pockets with Cricut. So if you're looking for a way to store those, the toolbox, 9x4 toolbox, slimline, it's called a slimline size. It works great for that kind of storage as well. Okay, my friend. Oh, this week's winner, Nancy Lorden. Congratulations, Nancy. Namesake of the Nancy Buddy Bag, Nancy Tote. You have won the $25 gift certificate this week. So I'm sure you're already a member of Club Inspire. And if you email prizes with an S, prizes, S with an S, at crafterscompanion.com, tell them you are this week's winner of the Totally Tiffany giveaway. They will get you all scored away and put that $25 into your Club Inspire account, Nancy. Thanks so much for being here today. All of you, thanks for popping in today. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. And we'll make sure that Katie lets everybody know when I'm going to be back.